So this film is one of those. I mean, if you were to describe it to someone, if my friend said, "Oh, what's Jojo Rabbit about?" and I said, "Oh, it's about a young kid who's being trained to be a Nazi, and he befriends a young Jewish girl, and his best friend is his imaginary friend is Hitler." It sounds like tonally a very challenging film. So when you got involved, I mean, it couldn't be left in better hands than that of Taika's. You must have been so assured that this was going to be okay. It was going to work.
I didn't know who Taika was before we did the movie, and I would say that it's a coming-of-age story. It's a story about a single mother trying to raise her child in a horrific situation, and a boy searching for a father figure who turns out to be an imaginary version of Hitler. And it's an anti-hate satire, and I would say that either side of the fence which you're sitting on, if you want to go and fight the fight, and this movie angers you somewhat, then go and watch it, because it might make you even more angry, and then you can go and fight the good fight. And then if it makes you feel full of love and positivity, which I think is the director's goal, then that's great as well. So positive, negative, kind of the same thing there.
So I mean, you obviously spent quite a lot of time working with Sam Rockwell in this one. What's he like to collaborate with? Because I've interviewed him a couple of times, and he always seems someone who's quite fun to be around. Is that the case on set?
Yeah, he's funny. He's just down to earth. You know, he's just a really lovely man, and somebody who kind of a dream to work with, and dreams do come true.
Because Taika, I've read another interview with him, and he was saying that he really struggled to get anyone to play Hitler, because I think a lot of actors just look at a role like that and go, I'm not going to do that. But what's it like when playing a Nazi? Are there any apprehensions as an actor to ever get involved in that, or is it always just purely about the script and the story and stuff like that?
Well, for me, when I was kind of preparing for the role, I wouldn't say I kind of delved too much into the history of Nazism. I kind of more sort of wanted to know what it felt like to be in a relationship with a man in those days. And I would say that they have their kind of moment at the end of the movie, so you should go and see it to watch this moment. It's at the end of the movie. And I would say that just in the hands of Taika, I kind of felt comfortable that this was going to be a positive thing.
Did you have an imaginary friend when you were growing up?
No.
No, me neither. So, because obviously I'm looking forward to seeing How to Build a Girl, which you're in soon as well. I was wondering, because obviously Game of Thrones, I'm sure you owe a lot to your career to it as acting, and it's.
Back to How to Build a Girl. Come on.
I was going to say because I'm sure that as much as you loved your experience making it, is it quite freeing now to get a big TV series that you've been involved with for a number of years out the way? Because I guess that you had obligations yearly to be free at a certain time. You had to keep your hair cut probably a certain length. Is it quite nice now that you can go off and make films like How to Build a Girl and Jojo Rabbit and kind of do you feel now like it's more doors have opened perhaps, when even as much as you enjoyed making it, I'm sure.
I'm just glad I get to style my hair, nowadays. I get to do what I like. I get to run my hands through it. I get to use products, and I get to just own my look. But it was kind of great for me, because when we finished it all, I think I finished about 3 or 4 months before everyone else, and so I kind of said goodbye to it in kind of an isolated way, which I think was actually kind of healthier. And so when it kind of came back into my life in terms of the Emmys coming round and Best Drama, and I got nominated for Supporting Actor, didn't win it. And so I was just so glad that it came back into my life in a positive way, and that it had a real sense of finality to it. And I got to spend it with people who are like my family, who are my best friends. So it was great.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time, Taylor.
Thank you, Stefan. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey